Greetings, friends. I hope you're well. Just got a few new-ish records. So two are new to me, actually, even though they're old. They're old records, but they're new to me. And two of them I'm kind of refilling the pot, as it were. So the good news is I found a new record shop in Darlington here, where I live, sunny Darlington, which isn't so sunny. The last few days it's been a bit chilly and cold. You don't want to hear that. So if you live anywhere near the northeast or anywhere near Darlington, there's a place off the high street called Post House Wine. If you head up there from the high street, on the right hand side towards the top end, there's a shop called Head, which is a second-hand bookshop, which also has a shit ton of records too. Now I found it, my daughter actually said, there's a record shop. We were in town and just getting up to mischief. And she thought, there's a record shop in Post House Wine. Let's go and have a look, said I. So I went in, and they only take cash payments, and they only had a tenner on me at the time. So the first record I bought, just as a tester to see what the quality was like, was this, The Spiders from Mars. And yes, it's those Spiders from Mars. Well, some of those Spiders from Mars, mainly Woody Woodmansey. So obviously the Spiders from Mars originated as Bowie's backing band, and they reformed as a band on their own right with Mick Woodmansey without Mick Ronson, and Tony Visconti wasn't sort of part of the band either by then, but he reformed them, and they were a kind of one record wonder. As you can see, I paid £10 for this bad boy. So it's been cut out, and bear with me. Silly on my watch there. This is their only album that they released before they disbanded in '76, and it's surprisingly good. It's surprisingly decent. It's nice, kind of middle of the road, sort of radio friendly dad rock, but the production and the pressing is phenomenal. It sounds so good. It sounds, again, way better than I was expecting. It's kind of, I actually looked to see if Ken Stott had anything to do with it, because such is the level of production on this. It sounds amazing. And it's got this great embossed sort of spider on the cover. I don't know if you can see the embossing. I'm trying to catch it in the light, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But anyway, on both sides, front and back, and obviously the cover's in a little bit worse wear, but the vinyl, the headline here is the vinyl was absolutely tip top. I was so blown away that I went back and spent more money. While I was there looking at that, and I'd said, I've only got a tenner on me today, so this is all I'm going to buy. They said, you can put records away and come back and get them at another time. Very clever. So I did. I put this away. Apparently it's the fourth album by a little known band called Queen. I don't think they did very well. I don't think they took off. But anyway, it's got an embossed cover. So it's got the Queen logo there, which is, I say embossed, it's not fancy like that spider is, it's just this kind of is embossed. Overall, it's in relatively decent condition from a cover perspective. It's got the original sleeve, although a lot of these old records do seem to suffer with that spine of the inner sleeves not being in very good nick. However, the vinyl is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I got, some of you, if you've been watching my channel from the beginning, I got the studio box set last year, around this time actually, and it was thoroughly underwhelming, and it sounded shit for the most part, I'll be honest. So I put this on, and wow, there's a little bit of surface noise on side 2. There's some mechanical noise on Love of My Life, sadly. I'm gonna have to look at that, see if I can do anything about that. It sounds like there's quite a little bit of a deep scratch that goes on for about 3 or 4 seconds, which is sad. But other than that, it's in absolutely perfect condition and sounds just unreal. Right, from like Death on Two Legs, from the opening piano on that, right the way through to the closing bars of God Save the Queen on the other side. It just sounds phenomenal. I had this album as it was a Greek pressing, I remember, because it was all in Greek on the label, on the record label, when I had it originally, and I don't remember it sounding as good as this. I honestly don't remember it. I mean, obviously I wasn't playing it on anything near as, I don't want to say sophisticated, because I know I've got like all entry level stuff here, but it just blew me away listening to it. It was like listening to it for the first time. So wow. So that got my vote from that record shop. Next up, sticking with the whole Queen theme, Sheer Heart Attack. So I've got the reissue, the 2016 reissue, which is based on the 2011 remasters, and that is this album is very hit and miss. Very hit and miss. Brighton Rock sounds shit, but Killer Queen sounds really good. And you wonder why it's so up and down in terms of sound. But then you read about it and you see that Bob Ludwig sort of did the best he could with the music that he had, where they were missing master tapes, so they had to use sort of like digital versions, and it just got a bit, and sadly the quality is lacking. And I got a German copy off eBay, which I've talked about, and that sounds absolutely phenomenal. And now I've got this original pressing. And what I've noticed about both of these is they're quite heavy records. This is without a doubt my favourite Queen album. This is number one, guaranteed. I remember buying this as a spotty teenager and just sitting there with my jaw on the floor listening to the whole album. It's just phenomenal. And this album sounds phenomenal. It really, really does. And so again, that was a tenner. That was 30, I don't mind telling you. That was 12. And this final record I'm going to share with you was also 12. No Judgment, ABBA, Super Trooper. To be honest, I got it because I had like 60 quid on me. I thought, well, I'll just spend it on records. As it was, I spent 54 and they gave me a £4 discount, which guaranteed my return custom. And it's not a bad album at all, and it sounds really nice, considering it's kind of like 1980s, but it's the bottom end of the 80s, so it's before things started to get over compressed and people tried to like make you think that CD was better than vinyl. So Super Trooper, Winner Takes It All, great track, On and On and On, Andante, Me and I, and then B, Happy New Year on the, B isn't a track, it's actually the B side of the album. Happy New Year, which is a nice track, Our Last Summer, The Piper, Lay All Your Love on Me, and The Way All Friends Do. Again, all songs written, arranged and produced by Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvaeus, and engineered by Michael B. Tretow. It is a decent album. It's a decent album that sounds really, really good. I've got ABBA Arrival, and that sounded really, really good. So I saw this and thought, I'm going to give it a go. They had like a big tray of records that they'd singled out for being sort of better than the rest. However, a lot of them, they sort of listed the quality on the outside, and when I like to inspect the vinyl, and I didn't see anything on that Night at the Opera, which is why I paid 30 quid for it, and you couldn't see that little scratch on Love of My Life, and they had like Led Zeppelin 1 there, and I thought, oh, I'll get that, but it just looked dodgy, so I didn't buy it. And they wanted like 30 quid for it again. I was thinking, I'm not going to give 30 quid when I can see scratches all over the outside, where I couldn't see scratches on that Queen LP. So that is that. Anyway, I got some new records, so that is really good. Currently debating, my car just failed its MOT, so that's going to cost me about the best part of 500 quid to put right. And that's going to eat a massive chunk out on my wages. However, the 40th anniversary of, is it Moving Pictures or Permanent Waves? I can't remember. Anyway, Rush have a new album out as a box set. I can't afford the deluxe box set, which has the drums and stuff in it, the drumsticks, but I can afford the normal box set, which has got the album in it, and it's got some great. I've been listening to some of the live tracks on Amazon Music, and they are phenomenal. So I think I'm gonna take the plunge and get that. So when I get it, I'll share it with you, obviously. Anyway, that's it for now. As always, I welcome your comments. Correct me if I'm wrong about anything. Give me some suggestions of music to listen to that you think I might like. Obviously, I'm a reformed metalhead, and I'm trying to expand my musical horizons. So I will entertain anything, just about anything, almost anything. So yeah, ask me a question, anything you want. Just leave a comment, communicate, say hello, and I will see you soon. Take care.